First shout out to NADER, this one for the haters. You can tune in right now or catch this show later. Going up on Tuesday, night 7 p.m. Click the link in the bio, I'll send it to your DM. Saints going all the way, the Pelicans gonna do it too. This is sports overtime, and we cover all the news, and we breaking all the rules. Let me put my city on, soon as bro touchdown, I'm about to get my gritty on. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. Sports overtime. Sports overtime. I do it. I do it. I did it. I done it.
Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, NADER Murphy, and man, I am excited that we got this dub on Sunday. Man, it's going down in a major way. You already know we bringing y'all Sports Overtime tonight with me and Soul Saint. And so I got to introduce my homeboy. He was at the game. I was watching the game on TV, and he was on CBS and stuff. You know how he is, big timer. But y'all should give it up for Mr. Soul Saint. What's up, Soul?
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's quiet in the dome. They testing out the lights back here. You know, they told me I can hang out in the dome. You know, this is my home. Whether who that's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, Saints plus Soul equals Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
So, man, listen. So we got to jump right into it, bro. You know, when you look at Sunday, the Saints got the dub. It was a close game. We won 16-15 against the Tennessee Titans. And, man, I was sitting there watching the game on the edge of my seat. I'm like, man, I don't know what's about to happen. We just need to get a dub against this AFC team, get everything started the right way. And that's obviously what we did. Now, when the game started, it opened up so many emotions. So, because Rashid Shaheed got the punt return, and then they fumbled, and then we had to wait for Derek Carr and them once again. And then when Derek Carr comes on the field, first pass, 25 yards on the sideline of Michael Thomas. Big shout out to Mike T for being back, right?
That's right.
But
that's right.
What was your thoughts on Derek Carr's performance? Because he did throw for 305 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So what's your thoughts on Derek Carr's performance? So,
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I wanted that offense to come out and start the momentum running, but then when they got that fumble on the opening kickoff, man, I said, hey, look, I hope we can withstand this surge right here, man, and we did. But Derek Carr, let me just say, man, he played. I give him a C+ this game because he threw a pick, but. You know, I thought he was cool in the pocket. I thought he used his feet. He showed speed, getting the first downs and stuff. He threw some nice passes. Beautiful pass to Mike T. Beautiful pass to Rashid Shaheed. You know, just that one pass in that seam going to Jawan Johnson. He kind of threw it behind him. But I forgive him. You know, he made up for it. Yeah, I give him a C+, bro. Whenever you throw a pick, you know, it's hard unless you throw 3 touchdowns in a pick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he was 1 for 1. He threw a touchdown and threw a pick. And like I say, I thought he played good. Let him settle in. First game, you know. Right. So,
well, he definitely managed the game. I think the offensive line didn't help him as much as they should have. Trevor Penning, man, he had a rough outing on Sunday, man. He was getting beat, and that's Carr's blind side. So, man, we gotta obviously protect Derek Carr much better,
we gotta
especially going up against Brian Burns this week, right? So we definitely got to protect him better. He was stepping up in the pocket, delivering the ball. He was getting the ball to the players that he needed to get the ball to. It's just that, again, we talked about it in the offseason. So the one question mark that we had was the offensive line, right? And so, we just I know it's still early. I know Trevor Penning got injured last year and didn't really get to play. So this is kind of like his full first year, and it was only his first game, but still, we got to shore up that O-line, man, and definitely protect Derek Carr on the blind side. But outside of that, so I will say this, man, it was nice to see Mike Thomas back in the regular season. And also too, man, the receivers stepped up in a major way. I mean, you got Chris Olave with 8 catches, I think 112 yards. You had Rashid Shaheed with 5 catches, 89 yards, and he's the only one who caught the touchdown pass in the game. So, he looks explosive. Just looking at him when he catches the ball and running up the field, we know he's fast, but man, he looks so explosive.
I think once these guys, training camp is not full speed. You know what I'm saying? So I think once these guys get that chemistry in real game time, real game speed with Derek Carr, bro, it ain't gonna be nothing nice, bro. I'm looking for, if we could stay, knock on wood, injury free, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for a great season, especially when Kamara comes back, bro.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I want to talk about, because I feel like we talked about the O-line, but obviously the O-line was the biggest part that I would give a C. I would give the O-line a D. If I had to rank the O-line this week, I would say D. But I mean, the running game was not present at all, to be honest. Yeah. Jamal Williams was trying to get these hard fought on yards, but I mean, other than that, man, like you said, when Kamara comes back, we got 3 games to kind of get this O-line situated and kind of get them in a groove, and kind of knowing.
I don't care who you are. Even Derrick Henry can tell you.
Yeah.
If you ain't getting no good blocking up front and they ain't opening no holes for you, it's hard. And Jamal Williams was running hard, bro. But this dude, he just couldn't get no daylight. And same with our defense against the refrigerator with legs. Derrick Henry under 100 yards rushing, and that's what we need to do, bro. Bend but don't break, and that's what we did all night. Bend but didn't break.
The Saints defense held him to 63 yards on the ground. Now he did have that one catch where he caught it. It was like a screen pass, and he went up the field for like 56 yards on that one play. But outside of that, on the ground rushing, he only had 63 yards, which if you can ask any team around the league, if you can stop Derrick Henry to 63 yards, your chances of winning obviously go up. And obviously the Saints won. So that was a big plus. Now, as far, and I want to talk about the Saints defense real quick, because if you look at,
man. Marcus wrote something for us. Big thanks to you guys, Soul Saint, NADER, Mike, and the rest of the crew for your hard work and great coverage of our Saints team.
Appreciate it, Marcus, man.
No problem.
The one thing that really excited me about the Saints defense, right, is number one, I got to give a big shout out to Carl Granderson, because he was going crazy in the game. Malcolm Roach was definitely doing his thing. I watched the Baldy breakdowns on Twitter. That guy, man, he was creating number pressure, right? And then you got our DBs, man. You got Lattimore, you got Adebo, you got Marcus May, you got Tyron Matt, you got all of these guys, right, in the secondary. And when Lattimore starts the game off with a pick, and then Marcus May gets a pick, and then Adebo gets a pick at the end.
All our DBs had a good game.
You know what I'm saying? That's huge right there. That's huge. Yep. I mean, when you look at basically what the Tennessee Titans offense looked like, they got D Hop on that other side, and Lattimore locked him down to 2 catches for like what 16, 17 yards. I mean, you already know they already had their time last time when he was with Houston. Him and Lattimore got into it, but Lattimore, the one thing I respect about Lattimore, he always rises up to the challenge. He really does. He always rises up to the challenge. It don't matter who
especially
he
against
has
good
receivers.
receivers.
Especially against the number one, he always steps his game up. So so big shout out to Lattimore. Big shout out to the New
Yes,
Orleans
he is, Mike. He is what we thought he was. Trash.
Who is that? My cousin
Talking
is trash.
about his cousin, Tannehill.
Who is this? Tannehill?
Tannehill. Yeah, the quarterback.
Man, that man threw
we
3
know
picks.
he is who we thought he was. Trash.
He threw 3 picks in the game, and he was asked about the Saints game today at his team. You know, when he has to talk to the media, and he said, "Man, can we not talk about Week 1 anymore? I'm trying to move on." So
I don't blame him.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, the Saints defense held it down, and that was the one thing that we said going into the season, right? That we don't really ask for much, right? The team in general is not going to be asking for much. I don't think we're going to be in these like we were last year, where it was like, oh man, we got to score 35 points to win the game type situation. The defense we know is what it is. Unfortunately, we lost Peyton Turner. He went on IR. So Mike Teasy, you know, you always was talking about my homeboy. Now what you got to say about Peyton Turner?
Well, but both of them was in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? At least since they've been here, he's right behind Marcus Davenport, bro.
I'm just saying,
them dudes cannot stay healthy, bro. Them dudes cannot stay healthy, bro. It is what it is, man. We just gotta next man up. Hey, you know, this was Peyton's chance to do what he needed to do. Need to cut that toe off, bro. Go get a bionic toe.
Man, how about if you? That's like you telling that man that. But how about if we told you, man, you got to cut that toe off? So what you?
I get a bionic, bro. Bionic always better.
Oh man,
I'll be able to jump high off that toe, man.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? See, you might not remember that was before your time.
That was before my time, so I ain't gonna lie to you. You bringing up some throwback stuff.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But
look, Bianca say Marcus and Peyton the same person.
Oh Lord. Why y'all always talking about my dog, man? It's all good, bro.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
But look, yep. I want to give a big shout out to 2 more people though, man. I got to give a big shout out to Zach Bond. I know we give him a lot of
Zach.
I know we give him a lot of hell on the show, man. Shout out to Zach Bond for the block punt. You know, that helped us out and to get an extra 3 points. And then the other person I got to give a shout out to, man. And it looks so far, and I know it's only 1 game, right? So we're not really just going crazy about it. But listen, it looked like the Saints made the right move at kicker. Because Blake Groupie, he did his thing.
He been kicking his butt off, man. That's a little guy, bro. I got to see this dude in person. He is so little, but he got a strong leg, bro. Just like Bruce Lee. You know how little Bruce Lee was? That's how that's how Groupie is, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, little dude, but he kicked that ball through them uprights, bro.
Now, so you got to watch how you say that sentence again, because you said he a little boy with a strong leg.
He a little guy. I said he's a little guy that's strong.
You got to watch how you say that, bro.
I got you.
Oh man, nah, I'm just messing with you, but you want to know one thing though? So I was watching a game, and then I seen you on TV. They showed you on TV, but bro, and I want everybody in the comments to tell me if I was tripping or not. Who was watching the game on TV, bro? Did it not sound like the commentators was just on Tennessee's nuts? Like, bro, everything the Saints would do, dog. They was on Tennessee. Man, Tennessee, bro, they was on Tennessee. They wanted Tennessee to win bad.
Do we know Mike Teasy? Do you know who was doing the game?
Bro.
Because I know it couldn't have been our guy. It couldn't have been Jonathan Vilma.
No, it wasn't No, it wasn't Jonathan Vilma. I think it was Ross Tucker, somebody else.
Had to be somebody that wasn't the same.
When I tell you I was watching the game, and I was more mad at the commentators than us having a bad play or us whatever, because man, they just was like all on Tennessee. They was like, they just showed that they wanted Tennessee to win a game, and it just was infuriating, man. Look,
you're right. I know it's other man. They
and missed calls from the ref. Yep. They had some bad calls, bro. They had some bad calls.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, one thing about me, I'm fair. Okay. That intercept that Marcus May had, that was pass interference on Yeardon.
It
pass
was
interference big time, bro.
It was.
They missed that.
That was on your side.
Like
that was on.
We can get some missed calls too.
But that was on your side of the field, right?
No, that was at the other end.
The opposite. Okay.
It was the opposite end. But
okay.
I looked at that. I looked at the game 2 times. You know, I always look at the game 2 times.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch the replay.
Right, man. Yeardon, that was pass interference. The dude had to wait, but Yeardon was turned. He ran dead into the dude.
Yeah,
and he knocked the ball was knocked back into May's hand.
I said in my head when I seen it before I said, oh shit, he about to get.
Here we go, first and goal.
I was like, oh Lord,
first and goal.
That shit brought me back to the Brandon Browner days. I was like, oh Lord, here we go.
please try not to play Yeardon too much. Please, number 27.
You talking about, yeah, I mean, I think that
oh my God.
Yeah, he was he definitely needs some work, but I do like that dude Amadi, number 0.
Yeah.
Amadi, I liked him. He's pretty solid, man. I really like him. But just to let everybody know too that
today, Mike. Also, you know, and I'm fair.
Yeah,
that was a fumble. Derek Carr the ball was out of his hand. It was not, and he just pushed it.
Yeah,
that was a fumble, and they gave it to us. Hey, can we get some calls too?
Mike Vrabel was going crazy on the sideline, and then also too the Rashid Shaheed catch on the sideline, right?
It looked like that toe.
It didn't look like that toe. Yeah, it looked like that toe. Yep. So he was going crazy about that one. So we did get some calls.
Hey, give us some. Hey, but all the years we had no calls and missed calls. Can we get a game, you know, with some calls go our way?
What you talking about game? We need to get games, plural. After they didn't shot us down from going to the Super Bowl, man, y'all need to give us as many of those as possible. Straight up. We ain't trying to, and listen, we ain't trying to hear nobody from opposing team cry and say, oh man, y'all cheated us. And man, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Y'all stopped us from going to the Super Bowl. Do you understand? If they would have called that PI, we would have kicked the field goal, went to the Super Bowl, and I promise you, we would have scored more points. We would have scored more than 3 points in the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. So if I'm the Saints coaches, hey y'all see these calls that they missed against you guys? We need to clean this shit up because this would have lost us the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah. And you know, Dennis Allen came out. You know, they showed the little locker room. They showed the locker room at the insole, and he was like, you know, we got a lot of stuff to clean up, which obviously they do, right? They got a lot of stuff to work on. But at the same time, like you said, man, it's hard to win in the NFL, and so for them to get a win, and it was against a hard-fought team. Because let's be honest, so me and you talked about this earlier. Tennessee got a good defense. They got a good line. They got a good defensive line. They got a good defense. It ain't like, you know, it's not like it's a team that you're going to score 30, 40 on. You just not.
Right. I think they were #1 defense, run defense last year.
It was a hard-fought game. The game was in a dome. You know, they pulled it out, and that's what they needed. And the thing about it is I really like, it's not always about the win. It's always about the win, but it's also, too, how you get the win. When you have a game where it's a hard-fought game and it's week 1 and you fighting against an AFC team and you battling, and then you win that game, right? That can lead to something special moving forward in the season.
Jerry K. stupid.
It's true. No, he's 5'6", bro. Like, he's my height.
He's little.
Like, imagine me kicking field goals for the Saints, bro.
Right. But they should be used to little kickers, man. Most kickers are small. You got some big ones every now and then, but most of them dudes, man, just little dudes, bro. Don't even look like they. If you saw them in Walmart, you the last thing you would think is that's a Saints player.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. So my cousin, he cuts at this barbershop, right? And the barbershop that he cuts at, that is the barbershop where Drew Brees goes to. Like my cousin cuts Drew Brees' hair.
Yeah.
So my other cousin, he just started cutting hair, and he's like 5'5", 5'4", right? He's short. So he cuts hair across from my other cousin that cuts Drew Brees' hair. So my other cousin, he's the one who like he cuts all the players. Bro, he's like, man, this dude came in and we thought he was in high school. Like literally, we didn't know who he was. And then my boy was like, you know who that is? He's like, who? He's like, that's the Saints kicker. He's like, him? Like he's the Saints kicker? Like no way. So, and then even with the Australian punter, Headley, he goes to the same barbershop and they're like, man, we cut his hair too. So it's crazy, man.
That man that small.
No, he ain't. No.
I mean, he ain't big, but you know, I mean.
Yeah. But like I was saying, so, and maybe you can agree, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that winning this game, I seen his response. I didn't want to say nothing just yet. Say, bro. Say MJ, you need that ball fade. You need that taper. You heard me? Let me know. I got you, dog. Got you. Look, when COVID went down, I was straight. I had somebody cut my hair. So, but I think that this was a huge win for the Saints. I think it's gonna build some momentum going towards the rest of the season. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited about this game on Monday night in Carolina. Last week, the Panthers lost to the Falcons 24-10. So they 0-1. And I feel as though a lot of people could look at it two ways. The Panthers are going to be mad that they lost last week and give the Saints all they got. Or the Saints are going to build on the momentum of beating Tennessee and just dominate the Panthers. Not as long as they're not 35, we can get that hot cut.
Man, that's cheap. My barber charged me 45. No,
so
45.
So now MJ know he make too much money to be worrying about some $20, $35. Now come on now.
Right.
Come on, bro. You better moonwalk yourself.
He's saving his money for a new beaded jacket.
Oh, for real? Look, he better moonwalk his ass back to that chair and get that $35 haircut.
He said, I got to chop cheap.
Oh man, but I think this week though,
the biggest Bryce thing about to be murdered.
Yeah,
they lost one of their linemen.
Yep,
they lost a lineman, and Joe Horn's son will not be playing.
Yeah,
so let's take advantage of that.
Yep, I think to be honest with you, I think this is gonna be the Chris Olave Shaheed game. I think both of them are really gonna go off. I think that as long as the Saints contain Brian Burns, that DN for Carolina, I think we should be good. But he's gonna be going up against Trevor Penning, so that worries me on that side. It really does. It worries me. But outside of that, I feel as though the Saints defense can get to Bryce Young. He threw 2 picks last week, so he's still gonna have some road bumps starting his NFL career, and to have him in week 2, I think that's a good thing for the Saints, and it doesn't get him acclimated to the game just yet. You're getting him on week 2. You can do some things, show some different looks. They're gonna create pressure. Like I said, Carolina's O-line is not good as well, so they definitely they gave up 2 sacks last week as well. So I think the Saints have a good chance to win this week, man. It's an NFC South game. It's
good chance, man. We beat the Panthers, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But it's always those games, man. Whether it's Carolina, whether it's Tampa, whether it's Atlanta, it's still a division game. It could go either way. We might think the Saints are gonna win 34-10 or whatever it may be, and then next thing you know, the game's super close and we end up losing. So you just never know. But I feel as though we have what it takes. I think Lattimore versus Adam Thielen. I know Thielen's a little bit more older in age now, but that's always a battle, right? They got DJ Chark. I think the security blanket for Bryce Young is Hayden Hurst, the tight end that used to be with the Bengals last year. He had 7 targets. He had 7 targets last week with 5 catches and a touchdown. So we got to definitely.
You got Miles Sanders over there.
Yep. Got to slow him down. So, but I will say this though: the Atlanta Falcons running backs, the two, right, Bijan and Tyler, they both got over 120 yards against the Panthers defense last week. So, if
and you still got the guy that gave us trouble, Cordell Patterson.
Yep. And so, if we needed a game where the offensive line showcases itself and the running backs showcase themselves, this would be the game. Yep. This would be the game right here. Jamal.
I won't win by one though. You know, I want the offense to shine this week. I want the defense to shine. You know, I want a 42-7. That's what I want this week. You know, I want to get us some respect around the league. You know what I'm saying? You know, these close wins and stuff like that. I want us to get some respect. And speaking of respect, I just want to say, we all know, you know, I watch Undisputed. I watch First Take. You know. Yeah, I like Stephen A. and I like me some Keyshawn. And Keyshawn, I got a clip from right quick from Keyshawn Johnson on Undisputed. And Skip and Michael Irvin, I can't stand Michael.
Saw it. Go ahead, run it for us.
He is so pro Dallas, bro. It's not even fair, bro. You gotta be biased, bro. I mean, you playing for Dallas. I don't care if Dallas got Seymour Pettigrew at quarterback. He gonna say, "Oh, we going to the Super Bowl. We going to the Super Bowl." Oh boy, that dude makes me so sick. But I'm about to run it. I'm about to run this clip. Listen to my boy Keyshawn, man. Much love for my boy Key.
How long will that last? We don't know. I got Baltimore coming out of the AFC. On the NFC side, I don't have the Dallas Cowboys. I don't have the Philadelphia Eagles. I do not have the San Francisco 49ers. I have the New Orleans Saints.
We don't need to hear, King.
What, the who?
The New Orleans Saints.
Wait, stop. Oh, stop.
The New Orleans Saints?
Stop,
okay.
Wait, are they still playing football in New Orleans?
Okay, so here's why y'all don't like the New Orleans Saints. Because they lost last year. They were banged up. They were hurt. The head coach of Sean Payton was doing television. Dennis Allen comes in. He doesn't get any respect because he got fired as a Raider coach, just like everybody else got fired as Raider coaches. You look at that and you say it's not sexy to you. But here's what I would say. When you look at the new quarterback, they went through 3 quarterbacks last year. Michael, you know good and well you can't win with the third quarterback. You can't win with Taysom Hill, Andy Dalton. You can't win with Jameis Winston, okay? They go out there and they get Derek Carr. You got Derek Carr. Who is that? What is that? Think about the division. Think about the division for a minute. You think it's murderous row? You think when you're playing against Baker Mayfield twice and Bryce Young twice, and you think about Desmond Ridder twice, you're set up for success. Now, check this out, though, Skip. The opponents, okay, they play 4 rookies. I mean, they play rookies 4 times. They got Ryan Tannehill. Did that scare you? Bryce Young, I mentioned. Jordan Love, did that scare you? Baker Mayfield scare you? Does Mac Jones, C.J. Stroud scare you? Trevor Lawrence scare you? You compile playmaker. When you compile them victories and them wins, you get home field advantage. They got to come through New Orleans in a hostile environment. I'm just telling you, I understand the sexiness of Philadelphia. I can tell you this, the Cowboys aren't winning the division because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the division. So you're going to be on the road.
But winning divisions does nothing for you. We are talking about Super Bowl.
It helps you get to
that garbage.
It helps you get to the Super Bowl. If you got home field advantage throughout the playoffs like Kansas City has had for the last 5 years, it's an easier path. You know that, playmaker. You've been to 3 Super Bowls. You know. If you get that first or that second seed, you got a hell of a chance of making the Super Bowl. I'm giving them that high seed because of who they play in the division that they're in. Everything else is cake for me.
Okay, and Derek Carr has done what in his postseason life?
Okay, so now you want to argue with me on that. Not argue with me, communicate with me on that. I don't like to say argue. I don't like to say argue. I say communicate. Let's go with his first head coach in Dennis Allen, with Al Davis as the owner. Craziness, as you know. You covered it. You go to Jack Del Rio. Successful year. Successful year. Could have been the MVP, got hurt. Helped them get to the playoffs. They lose to Houston. He's out. Then you go to John Gruden. Come on, man, stop. We all know what that is. Then
you know what that is.
Then you get Rich Bisaccia, who they should have kept as a head coach.
I agree.
He willed them to the playoffs and cleaned up all that other mess. Then you get Josh McDaniels. So Josh McDaniels doesn't like him. He's not his quarterback. You kick him out, and the first thing people say is, well, he didn't like him. He got to get rid of him. He's not a franchise quarterback. Meanwhile, defensively, since 2016, they've had in points allowed, the worst defense. Since 2016, they ranked dead last. Dead last. And then I can go Raiders. When he was with the Raiders, no help. He had no receivers. They got rid of Amari Cooper. Crabtree was at the end of his career when he was there. All he had was Darren Waller until he got Devontae Adams, which they lit it up together last year. But again, defensively, he gets zero help. Now you got a team. You got Honey Badger on the defensive side. You got Cam Jordan on the defensive side.
Lattimore.
You got Lattimore in the shutdown corner spot.
I give you that.
All I'm saying, and then offensively, look at the weapons. And it is a little bit of nepotism on my side.
Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Go ahead. Michael Thomas is your.
It's my nephew.
Thank you.
My blood. Okay. And I'm going to ride or die with blood. It's thicker than water. Skip.
Okay, so you admit.
I admit that. I have no problem. Hey, playmaker, I have no problem with that. At the end, though, Skip, Alvin Kamara, he'll miss 3 games, but that's okay. I mean, that's fine. But you got Olave. You got Juwan Johnson at the tight end. You got Mikey at the receiver position.
He's Mikey. Now he's Mikey. Okay.
That comes out because of the relationship. But you got to admit, when you think about it, because what you'll do, Skip and Mike, when we go to commercial break, y'all going to sit there and go, yeah, Key does have a good point.
I'm sitting here saying Key does not have a good point.
Oh, come on.
No, I would not.
Go ahead. Michael, man. Go.
There's no way I will say, Key, you have a point in this matter here. Now, listen, I love Michael Thomas, and I surely hope he gets back to his original form, the form that he is, where he's one of the best receivers in the National Football League, and he has put on quite a career since he gotten in the league. But to lift the Saints out of that division, which is possible, but out of that conference, which is not possible, it's impossible for the Saints to get out of that conference. They may win that South. That South is wide open, even though I kind of like Atlanta, some of the things they're doing.
I do too.
But getting out of the conference, there is no way. No way. Because they don't have, I don't see the offensive firepower to play with the top teams in the NFC. I don't see them doing anything with Dallas, certainly. I don't see them being able to play with the Philadelphia Eagles. If they get in the playoffs, they'll go home right away, is how I see it, Skip.
Just like Dallas, huh? Get in and go home right away.
No. You go as far as Derek Carr does not take you. That's what will be the bottom line. Okay. He always leaves you wanting. And by the way...
Well, you say that about your quarterback, too.
I do, in fact. So Derek Carr is Dak Prescott.
So if Derek Carr leaves you wanting, then what's your quarterback? What is it that
I'm about to go in a second, but I need your Super Bowl winner.
I'm going to pick the Saints.
You're going to pick the Saints to win it all?
I'm going to pick the Saints to win it all. I'm going to pick the Saints to win it all. I'm going to pick them to win it all.
Okay. Now it is my turn.
Them dudes some hating dudes, bro. Skip, Michael Irvin, bro. Them some hating dudes, boy. But, like I said, we just got to prove because we don't get no respect. We don't get no respect from the guy.
The thing about it for me, right? And I tweeted this a couple of days ago, right before the season's gonna start. And I think it's a good analogy and a good way to look at what we really need out of Derek Carr, right? Just like they brought up, what is Derek Carr, what has Derek Carr ever done? Right?
Right.
Listen, the same thing was said when Stafford went to the Rams, right? When Stafford went to the Rams, they kept saying, oh, man, this dude hasn't won a playoff game. He hasn't done anything. What are they going to do? Why they went and got him? And then next thing you know, Stafford gets put on a team that has a solid-ass defense, one of the best defenses in the NFL, has weapons, and takes them all the way to the Super Bowl, and they win. Right? So for me, I feel as though Derek Carr should have that same mentality, right? A lot of people talk and say you haven't done nothing. Okay, well, here's your chance to show the world that you can do something. Here's the chance to show the world that you do have a defense, and your defense isn't ranked 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, right? Here's the opportunity. Because listen, we seen in week 1, the defense did their job. The defense held Tennessee down. Tennessee didn't do nothing crazy. The defense is going to be there. Health-wise, if they're able to stay healthy, like you said earlier, the defense is going to be able to create turnovers. They're going to be able to get sacks. Pete Werner, Demario Davis, they're going to do their thing, right? But the thing about it is, from Derek Carr's standpoint, you need to have that mentality and say, everybody's doubting me. Everybody's saying I'm a loser. Everybody's saying why they gave me $150 million, right? When I got sat the last 2 games last year in Las Vegas. So show it, prove it. And that should be all the motivation that a quarterback needs, because it's not like he just got Darren Waller. It's not like he just got Devontae Adams, right? It's not like he just got Hunter Renfrow, right? You got Rashid Shaheed, you got Mike Thomas, you got Chris Olave, you got Jawan Johnson, you got all of these players, you got Kamara. Like, so take that formula, just like Stafford took that formula, put it on a team that has a defense, and let's go out and win a Super Bowl, man. And I feel as though, real talk, health purpose, as long as we stay healthy, we will have an opportunity. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Saints fan, but I agree with Keyshawn, right? Everybody always writes us off, right? Everybody always writes us. Always. It's always the fact, right?
But, and I understand.
And I understand why.
Is a little biased because plus his nephew, so we don't know if his nephew wasn't on the team, if he'll still feel the same way. We know he's a little biased because his nephew, but if you look at and listen to what he said, everything he said was true. We have a weak division. If we can win the division and get home field, if we can make it to where we have a better record, we have the easiest schedule. So if we can somehow get a better record than the Eagles, than the Cowboys, because they're going to be bumping heads with each other. They're going to be playing. Eagles got a hard-ass schedule.
Yeah.
If we can finish the season with a better record than these people, we can do what we did in 2009. The Super Bowl can come through New Orleans, and we got a big chance because I know that 6 man is going to be it. I know Soul Saint's going to be in there, Whistle Monster, Mac the Crack. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be in that sucker, bro. It's going to be crazy, loud, and you know what can happen. It happened in 2009.
And I think, I think what they say is only justified on the Dennis Allen thing, right? Oh, well, they got Dennis Allen. We don't believe in him as a coach, which, listen, it's still out there that we don't know if he's going to be the right coach or not, right? So I get kind of why they say it, but I hate how they discredit us, They discredit us like we just got a sad-ass team, and we won't be able to get a first down, and we're going to lose every game. And then you say, well, I like what Atlanta's doing. Like, what is Atlanta doing? They got a running back. Okay, cool. We've been had a running back. They don't have a quarterback. We got a running back and a quarterback. Like,
you're right, Horace.
The
only thing that I think we have a better D and a better quarterback. And that might lead to, a lot more wins. And that's where the Saints have the edge over Atlanta. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, man, it's going to be some grind out games with Atlanta. It's going to be some grind out games probably with Tampa and Carolina. But listen, that happens every year. That's not a surprise. That isn't something, regardless of who they got quarterback, what kind of defense they got, whatever it may be, it's still a division game. That's why I said this week is so important, because it's the opportunity to get that first division game underneath your belt, and let's keep it moving, So, but for me, listen, I like our chances. If they're able to play the way they played, and the offensive line can hold up a little bit more, and Trevor Penning can hold up a little bit more, and they can create some lanes for the running back, I don't see why this team will not be in the playoffs for sure.
Yes.
Straight up.
And like
when the playoffs comes, it is what it is. Everybody's record's at 0.
If we can finish with a better record, I think we could beat Dallas coming in our dome. I think we can play the Eagles a good game coming in our dome. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it is what it is, bro.
But it's still way too early.
We got to take care of business in the regular season, though.
Right.
We got to take care of business. We got to win these games we supposed to
and
win.
like Keyshawn said, right? You got Tannehill. Who's scared of him? He just threw 3 picks and we got a dub, right? You got this week Bryce Young. He threw 2 picks last week. He's a rookie, right? So we just gotta do what we do. Now we have a history of not doing well hating, bro? Against rookies.
Why you hating? Why you hating, dog? I mean, come on.
Horace always gonna give you a hard time, bro.
Yeah.
But look,
Horace, you got some squirrels out there, and it's all good. I understand what you're saying, bro. I understand. We had our chances, but why we didn't win some of them games. You know what was the deal back then.
You know that.
I don't want to go in the past and look at that. I'm talking about this team we have right here, and getting playoffs to come through here with this team we have now. Forget the past, bro. Forget what happened with Drew Brees with his arm, where he had us held hostage because he knew he was hurt, but stayed in the game and wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about the past, bro. The no calls, all that shit. You know what happened, Horace. Come on, bro. It was that it was a lot of things that we couldn't control.
Right. And that's why I said control what you can control. Right now, when you look at the schedule, again, like I said, you got Bryce Young coming up, right? You got Jordan Love coming up. You got Baker Mayfield coming up. That's the next 3 games. So when you got the next 3 games against Bryce Young, Jordan Love, and Baker Mayfield, you gotta win those games. You have to. And 2 of those games are division games. So you gotta win those games. This can't be like, oh man, we can't be like this year. Oh, well, the first 6 games, if they're 4-2, we good. Nah, that ain't how we're supposed to roll this year. We need to be at 6-0.
1 week at a time. That's all we gotta do. Forget the future. Forget 2 weeks from now. Forget 3 weeks from now. Hey, what we need to focus on right here is Carolina. Rookie quarterback.
Yep.
We need to be licking our chops. That defense, y'all need to treat him as such, a rookie.
Right. But yeah, man. So what's your prediction on this game? So Saints at Panthers, Monday night. It's actually 2 Monday night games this week.
You want to do that game now and do the rest of the picks on Tell It Like It Is?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you who I'm a pick.
For sure. I mean, we already know.
I'll write it down. That way I'll have this game out the way.
All right.
But I'm going Saints. It's my birthday watch party, and I wanted to tell you guys,
I'm coming.
If you didn't get an invite,
I'm coming. So
and you are a good friend of mine, I'm sorry I forgot you. Inbox me so I can send you the flyer. Only people close to me, close friends of mine, family, I want at my party. I'm sorry. If you're not a good friend of mine, if you don't like Soul Saint, I don't want you at my party. I'm sorry. So you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So but if you're a good friend of mine and I forgot, because I got 5,000 friends out there and a lot of personal close friends also. So
big time.
Yeah. But Monday Night Football, we're gonna be right there at the Fillmore. It's a private party for me. My birthday bash. My birthday is this Saturday. But I'm celebrating it on Monday.
Yep.
I got to do my Saints thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do it like that. What's up, Roy?
Man, tell Roy come through, man. Roy, come through, bro. Tell wifey rub on that back, bro, and come through, bro.
Who is that talking about? You forgot me.
Oh no. We gotta know the name for us to invite you.
Hey, something I want to talk about. I want to go around the league. Something big happened. Monday Night Football.
I was gonna talk about it.
And I feel sorry for the whole city. I'm from New York. I was born in New York, so I got a little love for New York. You know what I'm saying? And they've been down for so long, bro. But they just seem like they snake bitten. You know what I'm saying? Testaverde, when he got hurt, Keyshawn was talking about it. These dudes ain't won since Joe Namath. You know what I'm saying? They just cannot get shit straight up in the jet with the Jets. So 4 plays, 0 for 1 on a completion. Dude goes down, out for the season. Aaron Rodgers. Such a nice opening game for this guy, 9-11, with all the fireworks and the fanfare, and Jets just in the season. So, hey, if I was them, I'd be begging. Their only shot to me is if they can get Tom Brady out of retirement. And I still don't think they'll do much because I still don't think Tom is that good. He showed you that with Tampa.
That's like saying Drew Brees.
But that's your best option.
That's like Drew Brees. That's like saying Drew Brees gonna come out of retirement and play for the Falcons. That just ain't gonna happen, bro. No way.
And by being the Jets, somebody that they've going to that city. I don't know. I don't know if that's being a Patriot all them years.
I'm gonna say this about it. So I was watching it, and I've been watching Hard Knocks. Because Hard Knocks been on HBO and they've been covering the Jets. And listen, I like Robert Saleh. I like the coach. I mean, the coach is actually, he actually went to high school with my mom, and he's Lebanese. So I root for him, man. I root for him a lot. And, I just like his attitude. I like how he started, and I like how he moved up to get a coaching position. So I respect it, man. Like, he put his time in. But, man, just watching Hard Knocks and seeing the type of coach he is and how he gets this team fired up and making the decisions that he made to add this player or keep this player. Listen, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Jets at all. But at the same time, I feel as though, I just hate to see that. I hate to see those fans be so anxious and excited and ready for Aaron Rodgers, and then
that's heartbreaking.
And 4 plays in, man, it sucks. And I'm sitting there, my wife's sitting on the couch, and she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, she had came from the bedroom. I was like, she's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "Man, this dude out for the season."
Hey, bro, NADER, it was set up for them dudes to have a good season because the Jets defense is good. They showed you how good they were against Josh Allen.
A lot of people in fantasy football picked them first defense off the board, bro.
Oh yeah.
They was picking the Jets defense.
Yeah.
So
I don't think the defense is good. Well, I mean, they played
Dallas
Cowboys,
defense.
Lord have mercy.
So you need to change them settings on that defense, bro. God damn, how somebody gets 67 points against me on defense, bro?
Like I told you, that league defenses is big. I leave it alone.
I'm like, man, I got 4 players left. Look, I'm like, I got 4 players left. I should win this shit. And next thing you know, I end up losing. The dude has 67 points, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, man? God damn.
3 and outs, tackle for loss is a point.
Man. You ain't gotta remind me, bro. Don't put more salt in the wound, bro. Don't do that to me, man.
Big Easy, you got to pick a good D.
Yeah, bro. But I also want to talk about this too before we get off. Man, what the hell was wrong with Joe Burrow and the Bengals last week? They lost 24-3.
I don't know, bro. It was the rain. They say when it rains, it pours, and that's what happened.
Yep, it definitely did. That boy Myles Garrett was lined up, acting like he was dribbling a basketball, ready to go against Burrow. I was like, whoa, Lord. Yeah, but
I know we both got the Saints this week, right?
Oh yeah.
What's your score? I say 42-7. What you got?
Shit. If they do 42-7, I'm giving a jersey away next week. But Saints 28-10. 28-10 Saints.
All right.
Yep.
And look, NADER.
Yep.
People been inboxing me. You got to do a jersey giveaway for the people that come on our show.
Well, this is what we'll do. We'll do a Facebook one.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do for everybody that's on Facebook that follows us. We'll do one, and then we'll do one for the Twitter people.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way everybody gets a chance. And what we'll do,
girl Glow was talking about, I want to win a jersey.
And what
she don't be on Twitter. A lot of people don't be on Twitter.
Yeah, it's all good. What we'll do for the people that be in the chat a lot, you're looking at about 20-30 people. So I'll when we get on live one day, I'll just put all their names into the wheel, and then we'll spin the wheel.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But outside of that, man,
Just want to give a shout out.
Yep.
LSU, they were supposed to win 70-some points. They were supposed to win. I hope they bounce back from that FSU loss, and if they got a little test next week. Tulane, hope they bounce back.
Yep.
They lost to Ole Miss.
Yep.
The quarterback was out.
It was a bad week, bro.
It was a bad week, but Saints won though.
Saints won. I lost all 3 of my fantasy football leagues. This shit was crazy. First time ever in 11 years.
And look, I'm in 6. I lost 5. 0-1.
And then my picks last week, I was 6-10. Man, I gave up, bro.
Byron Jordan said 34-9.
Listen, if I'm down, I'm gonna be
What score you going with?
28-10.
28-10. I got 42-7.
If the Saints score 42 points, we will give out a jersey. I promise you that. Seriously.
All right. We always go with the highest one. That's the jersey.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yep.
But listen, man, we appreciate everybody. Inbox Soul for info on his birthday party. It is a private party. I'm gonna be there. He doing it at on the nighttime, so I could go. He always doing it during the day, 5 o'clock and shit. I be at work, so but yeah, I'm coming straight from work. I'm standing outside the Fillmore. I ain't even going home.
What doors gonna open at 5? So,
well then shit, I'm coming straight there then.
Yeah.
They gonna have food and stuff, so
yeah, got food. You're gonna have birthday cake.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in that thing.
And Soul Saint gonna have his Soul Saint birthday blessing bucket, with some envelopes. If y'all want to, give him $1, and throw it in there, Hey, look, just don't put no change in it.
Hey, bro, you take food stamps?
Yeah, I take food stamps. Just drop your card in there.
He want the whole EBT card, Lord.
Yeah, you don't tear off the stamps no more, bro. You know that.
I know. That's throwback. Now I remember that. That's throwback.
You remember that? Yeah,
I remember that. When they come down to money, I remember that.
Yep.
But now, man, listen, y'all hit up Soul. Y'all meet us at his birthday party Monday at the Fillmore. We all gonna be watching the game and celebrating Soul's birthday party. So make sure y'all in the building. Outside of that, man, we gonna
hold on. Let's see what Mike Teasy got to say.
What Mike said.
Hold on.
Is Mike coming?
Teasy, you live? What you mean? What happened?
Soul got the ear. Soul got the ear thing in his ear, so we can't hear what Mike's saying.
You hit? It did what?
Like the show cut off, like where I was at. You know what I'm saying? I stopped and parked it. I didn't know what happened. Was y'all still on?
Yeah, we still on. We about to end it. We about to end it now. My bad. Hey, I want to tell y'all, Mike Teasy gonna be at the party. So anybody want to meet the Mike Teasy in person? Now, hey, now let me tell y'all, bro. If y'all got beef with him, don't show up.
Oh Lord. That boy Teasy. That boy. Look what Roy said. Roy said Teasy in jail.
Teasy in jail.
He sound like
Nah,
him.
I ain't in jail.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Zuckerberg still getting me a chance. I got an appeal.
Oh, okay. You on trial.
Oh man. Horace said on YouTube it went off. Oh, it's all good.
All right, bro. I'm gonna give you a holler later.
Already. My bad though, y'all.
Oh, that's all right.
All right.
Well, yeah, man. So shout out to Soul. Shout out to everybody, man. Bianca, Horace, Glow, Roy, Byron, everybody, man. Everybody, Kenny that's in
Love
here.
y'all.
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. And
Love
then
y'all.
listen, man, if y'all can make Soul's birthday party on Monday at the Fillmore, hit him up. That way we can all take a picture together,
That's
man.
gonna be nice. Yeah, bro.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. If I didn't send y'all an invite, please let me know.
Yeah.
You know you're a good friend of mine. Please
sure.
let me know. I apologize.
Wear y'all Saints jerseys. Let's get it. We got to get this dub on Monday, and we're gonna be celebrating Soul's birthday. I don't get better than that.
Don't get better than that.
So,
all right, y'all. What we going out with?
Next week, man. Same time, same place. And remember, tomorrow, tell it like it is with Soul, Mike, and Hakeem.
Yeah. What we going out with, Nathan?
Go out whatever you want. Set it off. Whatever you, man. It's whatever.
All right. Hey, you know we got to go out. Saints won, so we're going to go out with Chopper.
Let's do it.
Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. We love you. Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl. Hit it, Chop.